Hello, my senior friends. We have been discussing cultural studies, isn't it? Yes. So, I think this is the fifth one we are doing, fifth lesson. That is, first one was Raymond Williams, Culture is Ordinary. Then second one we saw Two Paradigms by Stuart Hall, Structuralism and Culturalism. The third one by Simon During, Popular Culture and Value, isn't it? And the fourth, John Story, What is Popular Culture? And now the fifth one is probably the most interesting one for you and for all of us is The Gulf War Will Not Take Place by Jean Baudrillard. The French names are like that. Another French name you can say now, Jean Gibaudou. See how is it written? G-I-R-A-U-D-O-U-X. And it is pronounced the Gibaudou. Gibaudou. So Jean Gibaudou. Yes. Now, while I write that name also here, this title, there is some kind of similarity. Jean Gibaudou wrote a play in 1935. The title, The Trojan War will not take place. See, same thing. The Trojan War will not take place. And that is by Jean Gibaudou. Gibaudou, yes. Again, it's pronounced like this. Gibaudou. That's how it is pronounced. Gibaudou. Baudrillard, that is very famous now. Yes. So then you have got the Trojan War will not take place. You remember that Trojan War, the background of the Trojan War. Just before the war, there was a negotiation. And from the Greek side, Ulysses, and from the Trojan side, Hector, they were negotiating to find out some way how to prevent this war. But then, of course, it all happened, and under the result, etc., we know. So, but I have just written this down to show you there is a similarity between these two titles. Understand? Except that one is Trojan and the other is Gulf War. 1921, January, February, and March. Baudrillard wrote 3 essays on Gulf War. And that is, first one in January, when that hostility and the military build-up was going on, it was reaching high voltage, so to say. Then what happened is that he wrote this first essay, The Gulf War Will Not Take Place. Then in February, while the war was going on, he wrote like this, it is not going on. That is, the Gulf War is not going on. And the third one, when the hostilities ended, that is, there was a peace. There was peace between the two contending parties. Then that is, Iraq and the American forces. This Gulf War did not take place. That is very interesting. Because you should understand one thing. This is the post-structuralist view of everything. Post-structuralism. Structuralist view. It's a post-structuralist essays, you can see. 3 essays, post-structuralism, you can see in what we must say, in a very glaring way, we can say. That is post-structuralism. What happens then? Nothing happens. So, just Baudrillard who declared, end of everything. That means no reality. End of everything. So, war also, there's no reality. End of everything. War, according to him, is just virtual. Nothing happened, he says. Understand that? There are 3 kinds of images that you can make. One is when an original, you have an original, then you can make an image, isn't it? Then the second one is you have a symbol, and you can make an image of that. And the third one is without anything you can make an image. And without making something without anything is called a simulacrum. Isn't it? Simulacrum. And the plural is simulacrum. That's the plural. So he says this is mere fantasy. This is a catalepsy, he says. Catalepsy. The Gulf War was a catalepsy. What is catalepsy means? A phantasmagoria. Phantasmagoria. That is a fantasy. It did not take place because there is not end of everything. No reality in this world. So this is also not real. From the post-structuralist viewpoint, you should look at it. That essay. Only then you will understand it. Otherwise, we may think that what this person is going on. All those things what saying, all those things happened, we saw that. But he says nothing happened except on the TV screen. Whatever happened is only on the TV screen. Nothing else. That's what he says. Listen. Well, this is the post-structuralist view of everything. You see? Nobody agrees with, nobody says post-structuralist philosophers. You can see now Michel Foucault, or starting with the Nietzsche. Now Nietzsche, there is a story about Nietzsche that he was dying. He said deathbed, and he was the one who declared God is dead. So his disciples, so to say, his followers, they were standing around his deathbed, and they were waiting whether he would change his mind. Then the disciples were supporting him. Hold on, means hold on to your philosophy. Then Nietzsche replied, there is nothing to hold on. There is nothing to hold on. So that is the reality. No, there are opposed to realities. There is nothing. Understand the end of everything. Then that means reality also. Because since that the war here is a signifier without a reference. A linguistic sign. A linguistic sign has three aspects. One is it is a signifier. It is a signifier. A linguistic sign is a signifier. It has got a signified and it has got a reference. Now you can see now. The signifier is there. Signified is also there. That is virtual signified. You can say that is war. But there is no reference here. According to this post-structuralist view, there is no reference. When you say orange, there is signifier. Then signified meaning is there and arbitrarily fixed. Even then it has a meaning. There is a reference. Outside world you can see, the world of experience, you can see that an orange. You can hold it and you can say, but there is no such thing as far as this Gulf War is concerned. That is what the post-structuralist philosopher, that is, Jean Baudrillard says. Now he compares this to, he said there is only virtuality. Virtuality in its extreme. He compares that to computer games. What is computer games? He says the Gulf War is like a computer games. You know, if you have played computer games, you know there's nothing. Isn't it? Lots of things moving, car racing, etc. But when the switch is off, nothing. You don't find this anywhere, right? So that is computer game. Second, he says it is like match fixing. Match fixing. Very familiar things now in our day-to-day life. Match fixing. See, for example, we find what happened is that when the American forces landed in Iraq, that is what he says. No, not my opinion. It landed in Iraq. They were not enemies, but they were received as guests. Guest of the government. Understand? So he says it is an adjusted, like match fixing. It is an adjustment between the Americans and the Iraqis, especially Saddam Hussein. And then third is he says, he compares this to a fiction of an earthquake. That's what he says. A fiction of an earthquake. That is manipulated by the Richter scale. Understand? There is fiction of an earthquake. You can manipulate this, 0.6, 6.5, 7.5, but nothing happens. You can manipulate the machine, but nothing happens in the outside world. That's what it's a fiction of an earthquake. Then fourth, see these phrases I have not taken, I have not coined from my fantastic mind or imagination, but these are in the text. You can see as you go through the text, read it, then you will find this computer games, match fixing, friction of an earthquake, you'll find. The fourth one he says safe sex. It is like a safe sex again. Nothing happens there. That's the thing. That is. And then fifth he says it is an impossible comedy. Impossible comedy he says. The fifth way that he expresses or he calls this whole thing that Gulf War, he says it's an impossible, cannot take place, he says, in such a situation. I say, and he has his reasons also. And the last is, he says, it is a kind of exercise in what you call plastic surgery. Exercise in plastic surgery. So these are the ways by which Baudrillard compares the Gulf War. Like computer games, like match fixing, like friction of an earthquake manipulated by the machine, the Richter scale, safe sex, an impossible comedy, and finally an exercise in plastic surgery. Understand? So there is nothing there that is according to him. It's only whatever you saw is an adjustment. Whatever you saw was only what you call virtual, nothing actual. Understand? Opposite to what he called diametrically opposite to Aristotle's logic, which we are going to see. And then he compares the Gulf War with the Capricorn 1. Capricorn 1, where there is a manned mission to Mars, but there is neither a spaceship nor human beings, nothing of that sort. Actually, what happened is the whole thing was made in a studio. It's a studio fabricated manned mission. So Baudrillard says that this war is also like that. It is manipulated. It is fabricated in a studio. You know, there is a anecdote about this called Patton. He was asked, he translated this from French to English. So he was asked by CNN. So we would like to get the first-hand information about the war from the war field. He was in the war field reporting. Then he said, "We are waiting for your fabrication on the TV screen." He says, "Nothing happens here. We are waiting. What are you going to do? How are you going to bombard the TV screen? What an electronic acrobatics it could be." So he was replying like that. So that means what? It's the kind of fun, you know. So the CNN people are asking, what is happening? And he said, nothing happens here. We are waiting for you people to do something on the TV screen. That's what he said. You understand the point? So that is all fabricated according to Baudrillard. Always you must remember that. Capricorn 1, so there is a manned mission to Mars. Another is Wag the Dog. Wag the Dog. There's a film, see that is one of the American presidents asked Hollywood to create a war, again like this, to make a war with Albania, so that after a few days he can come and stop the war and enter into a peace treaty with Albania. Nothing of that sort happened, just a creation of the Hollywood people. Understand? So both these days, this Gulf War can be compared to Capricorn 1, the manned mission fabricated in a studio, and also Wag the Dog, a war with Albania that is to be brought to an end by an American president, but that is also another fabrication by the Hollywood studios. Understand that? So according to him, according to Baudrillard, nothing happens on the battlefield. End of everything. No reality. Everything is hyper-real. That's another word. Hyper-real. What is hyper-real means? Hyper-real. That means more than real. Hyper-real means more than real. Means there is no origin. There is no original. Without original, they are creating something. A fantasy. a phantasmagoria. That's what I said at the beginning, catalepsy. This is a catalepsy. War, the Gulf War is a catalepsy. For the reasons I have just now told you. How he compares to that half a dozen things like this, a computer game is something we have already seen, then match fixing. Nothing happens in the match fixing. You are actually fooled, isn't it? You are sitting there, you are an arch of fools to watch this game from, say maybe from morning to evening, and then you understand that between them, between the players, between the team, there is match fixing. What is the use of it? What is the fun in watching such a game? Understand that? So, this is the background of the Gulf War will not take place. Now, why the Gulf War will not take place? That is for half a dozen reasons. See, one, for example, just one reason we will discuss today, and we will continue with that tomorrow. So, one reason is that why? That's the point. Why does he say like this? Why does Baudrillard say that Gulf War will not take place? One reason is a hot war is an impossible thing in today's world. That's the reason. A hot war is impossible in today's chessboard, that is the world. In today's chessboard, that is the world, this is impossible. We have already two hot wars, World War I and World War II. Then for 40 years we had World War III. What was the World War III? It was in the form of a cold war, not a hot war. Cold war. It was a cold war. Means using the term probably given to us by Antonio Gramsci, it is compromise equilibrium. Compromise equilibrium. A compromise equilibrium. Why I say compromise equilibrium means because both the blocks, the eastern led by Russia and the western led by America, both are so powerful, well armed. There is no space for. See, for example, if you find like this, this is one block, America, and this is next one is Russia. So this is American, and this is Russia. That is Eastern. Now there is no space for war. There has to be some space. Both are coming standing like this. That is ready. So no space. Because both are armed in excess of what they require for destroying their enemy. So there's absolutely no possibility, he says. But suddenly what happened, you remember, after 40 years of Cold War, what means compromise equilibrium? Because they are the mutual restraint, it was, deterrence, so to say. If America would fight, cannot fight, there's no space, So suddenly what happened after Gorbachev and this dismemberment of Russia, there was the Eastern Bloc fizzled out. As a result of that, the Eastern Bloc, no more Eastern Bloc. There are some spaces here and there, some freedom. There is space and fresh air. So what happened? Now there is a chance for America to fight. Because there is space now. Before that there is no space. How can you move? You cannot move. Like for example, in our sometimes when we travel by private bus, you stand there, then you cannot move anywhere. You cannot even turn like this because there is no space. You are bombarded from four sides, left, right, front, back. So how do you move? You cannot move. Understand it? However powerful you are, you cannot move. You are tied, so to say. So the superpowers, they were like in such a way, came so close to each other that there is no space for them to fight. You got the point, yes. But then after this Eastern Bloc fizzled out, there is space. But then what happened is America, the all-powerful nation, with whom will they fight? They are so strong, they are unable to move. Like a person who is obese, obesity, cannot move. And so he may be 150 kilos, 200 kilos, he cannot move like that. So American forces, the American, that is Western Bloc, armed so well and so powerful, they cannot even move. It was like, I would say, a lion and rat syndrome. The lion is sleeping like that. It is powerful. A rat comes and plays around. It doesn't bother. Indifferent. Ego. So to such a situation, the American, that is the Western Bloc, reached such a situation. So with whom will they fight? There's nobody to fight. There's no enemy. So these are two reasons why he says war is impossible in today's chessboard. That is what he call the world. The situation in the world today, you can compare, if you compare that with chessboard, you can see that war is impossible. Two reasons we have already seen now. A hot war is impossible. Cold war, if you want, you can continue. There are negotiations and things like that. Understand? So here, this is reason why, why Baudrillard says that there cannot be a war. The situation is such that an all-powerful world, with whom will you fight? If you just take in hand 50, 60, 70 people, then it will be destroyed. Such power it has got. This is the opinion of Baudrillard, not my opinion. You understand that? Please don't misunderstand me. I am not reinterpreting history, but he is reinterpreting history. In this way, the post-structuralist way. And at the same time, he gives some common sense reasons why. And one such common sense reason is this: that cannot be hot war, 40 years of Cold War, and afterwards the Eastern Bloc, as we have seen, have been dismantled. Now it's coming up again, that's a different thing, dismantled, and so there's only one powerful person in this world, that's the Western Bloc. So with whom? There's no enemy. There is nobody worth to call my enemy to fight. And therefore he says, Gulf War will not take place. I think it is clear, no? For so far it's clear. So Gulf War, then the Trojan War, as we have told you. Then I told you this is post-structuralist view, means end of everything, nothing real. It's only signifier and signified, there is no reference. And it is compared to a comparison, he speaks about sex and things like that. Then computer games, etc., match fixing. And he gives reasons. He says that it is like Capricorn 1, studio fabricated. A mission to Mars, it's a studio fabricated. So also he said, means without original there is reality. That is called hyper reality. In the studio fabricated manned mission to Mars, there is no reality, but it is made. It is not a copy of the original. There is no original, but the reality is made. Such a reality is called hyper reality. You can say our dreams are hyper realities. We are such stuffs, our dreams are made of. So our dreams are hyper realities. Why don't you think like that? Very simple now to think like that. See? Means there is no original. When you open your eyes, everything has disappeared. So that is hyper reality, you can say. See? That situation. You are in a dream and then it disappears. There's no original at all. And like that, in that way, if you consider this Gulf War, it's also, there's no original for a copy. Defeating what we must say, a duality of Plato's concept. Plato says there is an ideal and then we are all copies of that. So there is original and copy. But here there is no original, only copy. Therefore we say it is hyper reality. It is like Capricorn 1 or it is like you whack the door. That is a Hollywood film where a president of America asked them to make a war with Albania so that he could one day come up and just stop it. Understand? And then we saw why, what is the reason? The reason for this first one is war on this, in this present chessboard of the world that I am that's comparing it, a metaphor. It's impossible because of the reasons we have already suggested, and so tomorrow we will continue with this. That okay, if you have got any doubts, you can ask me, and also we can suggest you can also give me points so that we can describe it or discuss it further in a very more clear way. Understand? All that is clear? Bye.